Welcome to the second to last 2025 NASCAR season. News and review from each race weekend throughout the playoffs. So, Martinsville, I was pretty much in the last episode that I did when it was just myself. I basically predicted there was going to be tempers flaring and a fight was going to break out. I was slightly right, but I'll still take it.
Yeah, it is short track, short tempers.
Yeah, truck race, wasn't able to watch it, so I really can't put my thoughts on the truck race. So, oh, so from the Xfinity race, it was pretty much good racing throughout the race. There's a point where it looked like it was going to be all of Junior Motorsports drivers going to the championship race, because Jesse Love was basically running in the 30s that entire race until towards the end of that race. So that was the big thing out of the Martinsville race. For the Xfinity guys, but the ending was kind of more of the headline for the Xfinity series. Sam Mayer intentionally wrecked Jeb Burton after the checkered flag, and he is not racing this weekend. He has been suspended for the severity of intentionally wrecking Jeb Burton after the checkered flag. So that is pretty much everything on the Xfinity side that I pretty much caught onto. I don't know what you were basically watching out for, Dylan.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit the Xfinity race. I paid more attention to the Cup race, but I was able to catch a little bit of the Xfinity race. I did have some other obligations and stuff on that Saturday, but
So now, Martinsville for the Cup side, it was mainly William Byron the entire first two stages. He was the dominant driver.
Byron just all weekend. All weekend.
Yeah, and it looked like that Hendrick Motorsports knew that the main priority, along with Christopher Bell, was to eliminate those Penske drivers. That was the big headline, because knowing Penske, they can manage to win Martinsville and be the spoiler in Phoenix.
Right.
So
But I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good that we don't have to see
Penske for Pete.
taking a route. Right.
So yeah, that. But Ryan Blaney wasn't mad at William Byron in the late stages of the closing laps of that race with the 3 wide dive bomb to take the lead, because William Byron knew that lap traffic was going to be an issue, and Ryan Blaney was just getting loose constantly off the corners, and William Byron's car was locked in and locked onto the track. So yeah, that
Yeah,
basically
I mean,
ended up setting up
my personal, yeah,
Toyota, JGR, and Hendrick Motorsports for the championship, which is better than having JGR, one Hendrick, and one Penske.
yeah, normally, yeah.
Yeah, so
But it's gonna be Joe Gibbs versus Rick Hendrick for the championship.
yeah, so with Cup playoffs, it's basically Hamlin, Briscoe, Barn, and Lawson for the championship. Later on, we'll do our race picks, but also who we have winning the championship at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So so we Elliott basically had to win Bonsville either way,
Did not
and
show up.
but he didn't. But yeah, my elimination picks basically was Blaney, Bell, Elliott, and Logano as the four drivers I had being eliminated, because pretty much those four drivers was like all must win scenarios.
Wow. Yeah.
Even though Bell was above Lawson on the cut line, but once the race started, Bell was the one that was below the cut line from
Mm-hmm.
qualifying efforts. So I don't know who the four drivers you had originally being eliminated and who was
I
in your
had
round of four.
I had Logano being out. I had Elliott being out, and I had Logano out.
You said Logano
Uh,
twice.
oh, did I say Logano twice? Oh, I had Blaney out too. So my four was going to be Byron, Bell, Hamlin, and Burke.
So you basically had
It was going to be a 3v1 Joe Gibbs.
okay. So yeah,
I just kind of feel like Joe Gibbs is going to sneak another driver in there.
yeah, because Bell did manage to win Bonsville, I believe, last year to lock himself into the championship race. Unless that no, that was like
Oh
3 years
no,
ago.
Bell won the
Because
Bonsville race
Blaney went back to
at
back at
Daytona.
Montville to get to the championship race.
Yeah.
Alright,
And then
so
Bell's win got overshadowed by Chastain's Hail Melon.
yeah,
Yeah,
which is banned,
2022.
thank God,
Which is fair.
cause it was mainly safety to the drivers along with the fans.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with the Xfinity playoffs heading into Martinsville, Connor Zilic and Justin Allgaier was already locked in post Talladega, because they basically pointed them way in, because both Vegas and Talladega was non-playoff drivers winning. But I really thought that um,
Oh, I know.
I definitely had Quapple advancing, because he has the experience on Martinsville because of the Cars Tour, and I just think I was basically also had Sammy Smith going in, because his run earlier at Martinsville was so strong until the last lap, where Austin Hill just came out of nowhere from six. So yeah, I basically had an entire junior motorsports Final Four, but it just did not come out Sammy's way. So the championship 4 for the Xfinity is Connor Zillits, Carson Kvapil, Justin Allgaier, and Jesse Love. So it's an all Chevrolet championship 4 in the Xfinity series.
For the Xfinity series. Yeah.
But yeah, it's mainly all junior motorsports and RCR for the championship. So, and yesterday, those 4 championship drivers was on a Dale Jr. download because they were also paying tribute to Xfinity as Xfinity is leaving as the title sponsor of the series, but they're still staying in the sport by doing the fastest lap.
Right.
So, but Just Allgaier had a good point. It's like all the drivers are used to calling their cars the Xfinity car. It's like now how they're gonna adjust to saying O'Reilly Auto Parts car like that is gonna be hard because now and Just Allgaier said it's like will we get copyrighted if we sing the jingle in post race interviews? So I'm like, okay. They'll figure it out going into next season. But right now, these 4 drivers have to focus on the championship this weekend. I think the favorite for the championship race is going to be Justin Allgaier. He's run good at Phoenix. Yeah, but it really comes down what Las Vegas says on who the favorite's gonna be. So there's that part of it. Now.
Yeah, I'm thinking Justin Allgaier to be the favorite for Phoenix, at least in the Xfinity series.
Yeah.
He's really good there, and also he's the defending champion. So I think they're going to be trying their absolute hardest to.
Yeah, but I think Zilch is gonna be a close second because he did run 4th earlier in the season.
Connor Zillich.
Yeah.
That's possibly what could happen. I mean, he's been the most dominant driver all season too. So.
Yeah, because pretty much everyone really didn't want to say who the favorite was because the other 3 was mainly pointing towards Justin, but they really don't want to point fingers at Connor because he has the most wins. Like, because Connor even said, just because I have the most wins and I have more of a target on my back, I think the favorite is more of Justin because he knows how to run Phoenix really well. So at this point, all the 4 of these drivers are basically saying they have to win this race. So, over to the Truck Series Championship 4. It's Corey Heim, Caden Honeycutt, Ty Majeski, and Tyler Ankrum. I believe I had Caden Honeycutt out, and I had Roger Cruz in. I just can't remember the other 2 drivers I had out.
I had Caden Honeycutt out.
Okay, I had Lando Riggs out, Ty Majeski, Daniel Hemrick, and Caden. No. I had Lane Riggs in, and Caden Honeycutt out. So I had Ty Majeski, Honeycutt, Hemrick, and Finger out of the championship four because Hemrick and Grant Enfinger were both already in must-win situations for Martinsville.
Mm. No, mine were pretty similar. I actually had Lane Riggs and I believe Daniel Hemrick swapped from your picks.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think the main driver that's being favorited is Corey Heim.
Who's got the most wins this year?
That, and I think he just has Phoenix dialed down from the beginning anyway.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know. It's
So
gonna be really hard to stop him unless he gets like screwed over by bogus caution or something like that. I don't know.
I just feel like trucks and Xfinity series, the championship always comes down to an overtime finish.
Right.
In the Cup series, they just have the championship decided in regulation.
I want to see an overtime finish for the Cup championship. That would be exciting.
Yeah. The basically that'll be funny
I
is
don't think we've had an overtime since 2016.
no. Cup no, because that's basically when Jimmy got his seventh.
Yeah. And
So
that was one in overtime, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, so
Yeah.
we basically talked about the championship four. It's like we already basically said who we think are the favorites. It's clearly Just Guy for Xfinity, Corey Heim for Xfinity. Now the favorite I think for the championship probably has to be Lawson being the favorite and Byron being a close second because if if there was a Penske driver, it would always be a Penske driver that ends up being the favorite.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to pick who the favorite for the Cup side's gonna be because we know that Joe Gibbs has speed at Phoenix, but it's like when it comes down to the race for the championship, they always have an
Yeah.
issue.
They struggle.
It's either uh an engine expires or uh the brake just explodes.
Whisper Bell.
That ends the championship hunt. So yeah, I think the favorites is basically gonna be towards Hendrick with Lawson and Byron.
Yeah.
So it basically just comes down based off of qualifying efforts for the Cup side for me. I don't know about
Yeah.
your
I
thoughts
don't
on
know.
for you.
I think it's gonna come down to who qualifies better on Saturday.
Yeah.
Um, I think I think William Byron's going to be the favorite just because I think he has the momentum right now, and I think he's pretty good at Phoenix. Um, I think he can
So
run
he
well in
did
the
win
regular season when
Phoenix
Phoenix.
before.
He did win Phoenix before, but so has Kyle Larson as well. But he
It
hasn't
Lawson
won
won
the
Phoenix because it was the
Xfinity
ultimate
IndyCar.
prize that
Mm.
year.
Yeah, just the last time Kyle Larson won at Phoenix was in the old Gen 6 car.
Yeah, the last year of it.
Mm-hmm.
because COVID delayed it a whole year.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were all just expecting Kyle Larson to win there that year, even though he didn't really have the strongest car there that year either.
Yeah, it
Because
just.
if I remember
I think the
correctly,
main
Larson
thing
had
that
like
would
really
lock up
dominated.
the championship favorite, it's going to be that last pit stop.
Yeah, it's gonna be the last pit stop, like it was in 2021 with Kyle Larson beating Truex off pit road
Yeah.
and then surviving the last like restart or two.
So, Phoenix. It's the last year of Phoenix hosting the championship race. As
Hallelujah.
as next year, Homestead ends up being the championship race
Do you
again.
hear hallelujah?
Um, Phoenix has been a great host for the championship weekend. Um,
It was great for the fans that actually went to the race.
yeah, and
So
they
another
they
dominating weekend.
they like executed championship weekend flawlessly. They made the fans feel more important, and they've been like selling out the biggest moment of the season to end the season, like pretty much every year they hosted.
Yeah,
So I just think that this is gonna be the last great hurrah to give it back to Homestead. So with the Phoenix schedule, later tonight is practice for the truck series at 7:35. Friday night we have trucks qualifying at 3:35 in the afternoon on FS2, with the race being at 7:30 on FS1, while Xfinity has practice at 4:35 and Cup has practice at 5:35 on Friday night. Then Saturday, Xfinity has qualifying at 3:30 on the CW app and Cup qualifying at 5 on True TV. And the ARCA race starts at 1:30 to decide their champion. And Xfinity is at 7:30 on the CW. Then Sunday it comes down to the big guns between Joe Gibbs Racing and Hendrick Motorsports on who comes out on top at 3 on NBC. So, race picks and a championship pick for each series. For the truck series, I have Corey Heim winning both the race and the championship. For Xfinity, I have I'll probably have a non-championship 4 contender. I'll probably go with I'll probably go with Sheldon Creed winning Phoenix,
okay.
and I think Connor Zillis will find something at the end to upset Justin Allgaier to win the championship, to have the momentum going into the Cup Series for next season.
Mm.
Then For Cup, I have my championship pick's gonna be Byron, but I think I have to go with Bowman. He finally finds something to actually finish better than mid pack in Phoenix. If that doesn't happen, my backup will be Chase.
Yeah, yeah. Chase Elliott.
Yeah,
Okay,
not the
that's
championship,
a good pick. Chase Elliott's pretty good at Phoenix as well.
not the championship contender Chase.
Right, right. Oh gosh, remember when? Oh my gosh, who let it slip accidentally that Chase Briscoe was gonna replace Truex in the 19?
Christopher Bell.
Freaking Christopher Bell. That's pretty funny. And they're like, yeah, I think once Chase gets it, but
Yeah, because pretty much
so
everyone was
yeah,
like, wait,
Chase Briscoe.
Elliott's leaving Hendrick?
What?
Like, there's two Chases in the Cup Series. Which one is it?
But okay. Oh, okay. So I think for the Truck Series, I think Corey Heim is going to win the race and the championship. It's just too hard to stop him.
Yeah.
I think he's
Tricon's been
made the
too strong,
championship
and he's
well
been the
worth.
strongest one.
Yeah, he's been the strongest everywhere,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Except for when it comes to road
But
course. I don't know about road
yeah,
courses.
road courses. Now the Xfinity
For some reason, I
Series.
thought Connor George was still in the Truck Series for a second. I'm like, wait, he's
Yeah.
an Xfinity.
Um, Xfinity Series. Oh, all right. So I think I'm gonna go. Mm, you know what? I'm gonna go Justin Allgaier to win the race and the championship
To go back to
in the Xfinity
back.
Series. And go back to back. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna find something that Connor Zilic doesn't.
Yeah, but you never know.
Have his ability.
He could have the same circumstances that happened to him last year.
Right.
Going a backup car,
And then
then have him go from the rear to almost ending up 2 laps down and still magically won the championship. Right now, down to your cup.
the moment of truth. I'm gonna call maybe a non-playoff driver to win the race in Chase Elliott to win at Phoenix the race, and the NASCAR Cup Series champion will be William Byron.
Alright, so we're basically on the same
So
page for like 2 series
pretty
except
much,
for one.
yeah.
But I did throw in
Yeah,
Chase as a backup pick
I feel
on
like William
Bowman.
Byron's the best one at Phoenix out of the four there.
Yeah.
I
It's
feel like
like
I feel like William Byron can run Phoenix a
Lawson
little bit better.
just hasn't been the same since 2021 at Phoenix.
Good handling. Yeah, yeah. If he manages to replicate 2021 at Phoenix, I'll be happy being a Larson fan. But I took my bias out of it. I'm like, all right, I think William Byron can run Phoenix a little bit better
Yeah.
than the other three.
Yeah, we
I'm hoping that Hamlin does not win the championship at
that would be the
Phoenix.
funny thing. We go for Bar to win the championship, and all of a sudden Hamlin wins the championship. Then in the off season, he announces he's retiring full time driver to focus on full time ownership. Yeah. Also, there has been other news along with the legal battle between NASCAR and the
Well, yeah, forgot all
Cup
about that.
teams that is suing them. The judge denied NASCAR's counter lawsuit on the teams.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge.
So at this
So
point,
they're finally
NASCAR
getting
is
their
really
dues.
wanting to get a settlement settled and not go to court in December. The high
Right.
chances of that happening, very slim. But will it happen? It better happen quick.
Yeah, because that next season is gonna be here before we know it.
So, also, yesterday, um, found out that colleagues shutting down their Xfinity program for now, as it looks like they are more
Why?
putting their focus in the truck series with Ram, while also
Oh.
being full time in Cup. So,
Oh.
but yeah, we'll talk more about the whole colleague thing in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoy this. We will be covering post championship weekend and post NASCAR 25 release, along with a couple of silly season stories and a review of the season and what we look forward into 2026 with San Diego making its NASCAR debut later on in 2026. Thanks for watching and listening to our thoughts. We will be focusing on try our best to keep up with silly season news and to share our thoughts on that stuff along with getting ready for 2026. See you guys later.